If you guys are tired of getting 20 damage on your Peacekeeper shots, then stick around in this video for some tips and tricks on how to increase your damage numbers. What's going on, YouTube? My name is Sweat. Welcome back to another Apex Legends tips and tricks video. Today we are going to be covering the Peacekeeper. Okay, I know it's an issue with most people getting those consistent damage shots, and we're going to be going over that right now, so stay tuned. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into the video. Alright everybody, so before we get into some drills and tips that will help you improve your Peacekeeper gameplay, we need to go over the basics and we need to understand the pattern that the Peacekeeper shoots, okay? And it's going to shoot in pellets. It's not going to be all concentrated. So if we shoot an aim down sight and from the hip, it's going to be the same pattern every time. It is a star pattern, okay? So we just want to keep that in mind when shooting it. Alright, so when you get over to the dummies, you take a shot at one, right? You see in the middle of the screen, that is the bullets that have connected in the red. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Right in the middle of the screen there, I'll zoom in on it. That is where your bullets are connecting, okay? So say if you miss some bullets, it only shows the bullets that hit, okay? You just want to keep that in mind. This is also going to appear in the game too. This is not just in the training. So, the reason you guys are getting 20s and 40s is because you're not hitting the full bullets, okay? That was only 20 because only 2 of the pellets connected. This one, 40 because 4 of the bullets, the pellets rather, connected. So you want to get your whole reticle on the target, and that is when you're going to get the maximum amount of damage, okay? You see all those are 110, but when I'm missing off to the left or the right, it's going to be the 20s. Oh, that was 110. It's going to be the 70s. It's not going to be the whole amount of damage that you want to get at. Alright guys, now some drills you can do in the training center that will get your Peacekeeper shot on point. Okay, what I like to do is right here down at the first row, I do an aimed in flick shot, which is just going left and right with your analog stick. I am on console, by the way. This can also work for PC players, I'm sure. You just have to do it with a mouse. But I will flick left and right until I hit every target. You get 6 bullets. 6 bullets equals 1 for each of these dummies, so make sure you hit all your bullets, and then you can move back to the second step. Let me demonstrate it for you quickly. You just want to make sure you hit every bullet so that you realize what your flick sensitivity is, so you know in game what it will be. So we're going to back up to this spot right here. That is the second lip. Reload the gun real quick and do the same thing here. Alright, now you hit every bullet. Back on up to this one as the final step of the Peacekeeper, because you're usually not going to be shooting it farther than this. And I did cover this in my wingman video. This might look familiar if you saw that video as well. If you haven't already, go check that out. But we do the last step right here, number 3. You just want to practice hitting every target. So once we've done that while aim down sight, we're going to come back up to the front and we're going to do this from the hip, just so you're used to both. And your hip fire sensitivity might be different, so you want to get both down so that you know what to expect when you are in the lobby. Alright, so once you've taken care of that, guys, you're going to move back to the second step right here. This is going to be a little more difficult because your regular sensitivity is probably higher than your ADS, so this will be a little more difficult. So just keep trying until you get it down, guys. It will help in the end, I promise you that. Alright guys, so once you complete that one, you are going to move back to the back layer here, this little lip. This is going to be your final test, and this one will be the most difficult while hip firing. So don't worry if you don't get everyone right away. This is going to determine whether you guys have to change your sensitivity as well. You might want a lower sensitivity if you flick too far, or vice versa. You might want a higher sensitivity if you flick too short. So once you guys have that down, we are going to move on to the sliding shots. We're going to do one while hip firing and one while aim down sights. So this is what that will look like. This is drill number 2 that you guys can do. You're just going to want to focus on aiming for the head and hitting all your bullets. Now you guys can do this drill all along the side here. There are plenty of targets to do it with. Once you get it down pat, it's going to help your hip fire with the Peacekeeper tremendously. Then we're going to move on to moving sliding shots, okay? That one, that one. I'm going to keep going down the line until you feel like you are comfortable with the sensitivity you are at. And then you are going to be able to use the Peacekeeper to the best of your abilities. The third and final drill I want to teach you guys today is to just get the maximum amount of damage while aim down sight and while hip firing. And just go back and forth until you're consistently hitting the maximum amount of damage. So 110, 110. And then we're going to hip fire them all. And then that drill is done because we're hitting our shots consistently. That's more about just the sensitivity being right. And now the maximum body shot is going to be 110 and the headshot is going to be 165. So you're always going to be want to shoot for the head. That is always more beneficial in every single shooter game. Always aim for the head. I shouldn't have to tell you guys that. You should probably know that by now, but just in case you don't. The next thing we're going to get into is the 3 ways that you will be shooting the Peacekeeper. So the first way to shoot the Peacekeeper is going to be from the hip, okay? This is very accurate while in close range combat, but if you want to move back a little bit and the target is a little farther away from you, you're going to want to aim down your sight, okay? Now that is number 2, the second way to shoot the Peacekeeper. And the third way, which I do recommend highly, because this will allow you to dance with your enemies, okay? And I don't mean tango with them. I mean, this is going to allow you to move around, take a shot, move around, take a shot, move around, take a shot. And this is going to keep you alive longer in a Peacekeeper fight, okay? And that is going to be to quick scope, kind of. If you played any of the Call of Duties or whatever, you know what a quick scope is, okay? You're going to aim quick and shoot. Aim quick and shoot. Aim quick and shoot. This is going to be the most effective way to use the Peacekeeper, because when you're aim down sight and following enemies, you're going to be going slower, okay? This is the same reason that you aim down sight quickly and aim back out with a sniper rifle. It's because you can quickly lock onto each enemy no matter where they are. So just use that to your advantage.